walks through the forest, textures, colors, smells, all of the things that your senses enable you to do, and also the knowing. We talk about the five senses in the Western world. The textbooks talk about these things. But in Eastern traditions, there are others. For example, the way of knowing, gut feeling, right? Intuition, the sixth sense, call it whatever you want. Make no mistake, there's more there than meets the eye. Active, with physical and mental exercise. Have to be active with physical and mental exercise. This is something that all too often we neglect. Oh, I'm busy. I rush here, rush there, scarf down this food, this drink, and all this other stuff. That's not the kind of activity that you need. Right? You just slow down, be mindful, purposeful activity. Brisk walking, yoga, some type of exercise, whatever you like. Mental exercise, you've got to keep the mind sharp, and all of these other things fit in with the whole plan, right? Balance, or resilience, right? Resilience is crucially important, right? We all have ups and downs. The elders say you have to take life as it comes. Don't let the highs get you too high. Don't let the lows get you too low. As a physician, I can tell you that there's science behind that. Very easily communicated science. Basically, like there's a conversation going on in your body. The one side is resting, digesting, and hibernating kind of mode. And the other side is this fight and flight, right? It used to be that your ancestors, say you're walking through the woods and they see a bear. Eyes get big, adrenaline gets rushing, the vessels dilate. You're ready to fight the bear or run, right? That's a stress response, right? You run all the way back to your house and sit on the couch and have a meal, sit there and fall asleep. That's the other end of the spectrum, right? But you don't have to see a bear to get that stress response, that stress cascade up there. In fact, you're just worrying about something, or rushing from here to there, trying to get somewhere, hitting the red lights, looking for the phone, trying to answer the call. Did you let the dog out? Did I leave the coffee pot on? We get entrained in our activities. And forget about the fact that our body is on all these ups and downs, cascades. We need to try to be more balanced. And this is what they suggest. Take life as it comes. Don't get disturbed by the ups and the downs. Relax, balance, happy and at peace. Avoid anger and hot temperament. And sometimes, if it's hard, you be mindful. The outsider looking in. All of these things positively impact your health. Some more lifestyle caveat. Be spiritual. Whatever form that may take for you. Be spiritual. Appreciate. Understand that there is much more there than we know. Early to bed and early to rise. How many of you are guilty of staying up all night? Let me see. Be honest, come on. No. You're supposed to go to bed when it gets dark out. We should all be at home sleeping right now. We've created our environment, though, haven't we? We don't spend the time outside that our ancestors did. We need to. Sleep with your head facing toward east. My wife and I and the girls, we do this. It's great to wake up in the morning with the sunrise beaming in our bedroom window. It's an amazing experience. Every day is a gift. I wake up and look and think to myself, wow, and be mindful. I'll tread lightly. Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to sleep with your head to the north and your feet to the south so that you're like in line with the poles.
There's all different kinds of things. This is the one that we chose because of the sunrise, right?
Let's go home prayer.
Recall the day. Spend the next day in a perfect manner. You don't regret. You've learned. You've become the person that you are from your experience. spend copious time outdoors and in nature, and develop relationships with all of the people they will talk with you. Like my people say, all the people, tree people, rock people, plant people, people, four-legged people, two-legged people, we're all people. We're all connected. We're all connected. Make no mistake. This gentleman, by the way, is a sun gazer. Has anybody ever heard of sun gazing? They fast on nothing but pure water and sunlight for months. Months. They wake up in the morning and they walk and they watch the sunrise, and they just, at the early morning sunrise and the late evening sunset, and they stare into it, and they attest to the fact that the energy is procured from the sun and sustaining them. They go without food for months, and they do this. How many of you watch the sunrise and the sunset every day, or at least try to? All right. How many of you saw the moon this morning? Beautiful moon, huh? Right? Crescent with the morning star, Venus. Yeah. See, this is what we've become like separated from this kind of thing. We need to get back to the roots and understand our place in the cosmos. All right. We're going to dwell on this slide a little bit. How appropriate is it that a physician is speaking about health in a grocery store? Love it. This is revolutionary. I want to thank Carla, for calling. Such an amazing thing, and such a beautiful and welcome reception, and all my favorite food. We'll talk about some of this stuff. But let's talk about what the elders say with regard to diet. First and foremost, earth juice. What is that?
Water.
Yeah, water. Pure water. Spring water. You need to be drinking lots and lots and lots of it. Right? Sun gazing. Even if you can't sun gaze every day for a couple of hours and walk around barefoot and drink nothing but water, you gotta at least do it a little bit, right? We need the sun. Who knows why? A lot of different reasons. The sunshine vitamin, right? Sunshine vitamin, vitamin D, right? In our experience, in practice, pretty much everybody is deficient in vitamin D. Why? Exactly. We don't spend enough time outside, period. Here in northeastern Ohio, even when we do spend time outside, it's overcast oftentimes, isn't it? And then in the summer, most people have the sunscreen and the hats and the glasses and all these crazy kind of things that inhibit your vitamin D production. Vitamin D, it's not necessarily a vitamin, it's actually a hormone, right? Because the prohormone actually starts from cholesterol. It's converted into vitamin D. Vitamin D does all these great things for you. In fact, it's responsible for greater than 10% of the epigenetic regulation of who you are. Everything about you. Everything. The science is irrefutable on this now as well. Vitamin D repletion, people that have optimized vitamin D levels show a 83% risk reduction for breast cancer, 77% risk reduction for cancers across the board. Vitamin D repletion reverses hypertension, high blood pressure, right? Diabetes, autoimmune ailments, you name it. D has a hand in there. So if there's one thing you take from this talk today, it's make sure you get your vitamin D level checked by your doctor, and make sure that you replenish the level, right? We do this at our practice, Great Lakes Health Institute. We have brochures back there. There's more information on vitamin D and references on our website. Do check it out. Plant-based, unrefined, whole foods diet. This is what these people eat. Plant-based, whole foods, unrefined diet, right? And all of the colors. Right? Eat like the rainbow. Eat like the rainbow. You know? Let's start with that. How many of you eat beets every day? We do. We have that, actually. We mix it up, right? See, we're ecosystem constructs. We're intertwined with our ecosystem, right? So in the spring, we should be eating lots of spring, fresh, leafy, bitter greens. In the fall, we should be eating more root vegetables, all these kind of things, right? Preparing for the cold time of introspection, right? Time of water, time of winter. And as things begin to blossom, you need to do your spring cleaning too, right? Our ancestors, after having a calorie-rich kind of, sparse diet all winter long, relished the emerging ephemerals. Who knows, what one of the first things that comes out of the ground is around here? Dandelions are a runner-up, a distant runner-up. The first thing you see are the alums, right? Wild garlic, wild onions, ramps. Then come the reducers, right? Wild geranium, these kind of things. Our ancestors ate them all, right? My daughters and I, my wife, we do the same thing. So it's important that we understand that there is seasonal variability and a need for different plants, different times, right? Different functions, functional food, and a functional medicine access to that functional food. Picture yourself walking in the forest, right? You're breathing in what the plants are breathing out, right? You're breathing in oxygen, breathing out carbon dioxide. They're breathing out carbon dioxide, or they're breathing in carbon dioxide, breathing out oxygen, right? So you're in this homeostasis with the plants, with regard to air, oxygen, carbon dioxide. But you're also in that homeostasis with them with regard to the food, right? See, plants take in minerals, bind them to certain things, make them more bioavailable to you, and they give them to you in the form of food. You eat them, and the minerals that they have are much more bioavailable than